Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a level 20 the Dread Overlord Warlock build guide in Baldur's Gate 3, which lets you summon in an undead dragon here, which is just incredible. This is a very powerful class, but also a very fun one, so I'll be covering all of the guide in this video, as well as some gear options and just a general combat guide. So this is very powerful. We'll be starting off at level 1 and going all the way through 20. Now, in the later levels, it doesn't have as much, but you do get that undead dragon, which is incredible. So with this, we're going to go, obviously, take Eldritch Blast, and then for the second cantrip, Minor Illusion, Mage Hand can be nice. If you got the 5e spells, or Mistress spells, or really any of the extra spell mods, the Blood Sorcerer, you get some extra choices there. Like Booming Blade can be kind of cool, but I'm just going to keep it original and go with like Bone Chill or Minor Illusion. As for the subclass, obviously we're going the Dread Overlord, which allows us to summon in the Crawling Claws. The Shield of Souls, which lets you gain armor class by basically using up your summons. Also, at later levels, we do get an ability to make ourselves invulnerable to damage, and you can summon or pick 3 of your summons to be like your kind of your ward. So if they take damage for you, which is just awesome. We also have the Reclaim Undead, so we can use Create Undead, bring up some zombies, and then kill them with this, so that we can give ourselves more minion points to summon in our more powerful options. And then we also have the Necrotic Armaments here, which gives us an additional 1d4 of necrotic damage on our attacks. And some other subclass features here, which gives us +1 to any Arcana or History check, Soul Harvest, which we can use to capture some souls. Now, for our spells, Inflict Wound just makes sense here. I do have the Mistress Spells mod, so we do have some other options here, but Fog Cloud and Inflict Wounds are good. Even Armor of Agathis can be really nice. We're typically not going to be using these too much until we get later with Hunger of Hadar and things like that. Eldritch Blast is going to be a good damage option for us. Now, for our ability scores, we're going to want to have 16 Charisma here, and then we're going to put our Dexterity up to probably about 16 as well, 14 Constitution, 10 Strength, 10 Wisdom, and you can also put your Intelligence up at 2, but something like this works very well. We get Light Armor Proficiency. Now we got ourselves the Ritual Sickle. You can respec yourself twice if you want to dual wield these. What's nice is if you use the Necrotic Armaments, you can apply this to both of them, so they get a little bit extra damage there, and they get that cool appearance. I'll be going through the leveling guide here, and again, we'll be doing combat near the end, as well as some armor choices. Now, at level 2, we get another spell slot. Hellish Rebuke's not bad. Don't want to use it too much because you use your Warlock spell slots, but if you have an enemy that's about to be taken out, it's nice to have a reaction. Now, obviously, the two best Eldritch Invocations are Agonizing Blast and our Repelling Blast, which pushes back creatures 4.5 meters with Eldritch Blast. And then Agonizing Blast also adds our Charisma modifier to the damage that we deal. You can also go with Devil's Sight, which gives you the ability to see in magical darkness up to 24 meters, which is super useful if you drop down like darkness. Now, at level 3, we do get to choose another spell here. Phantasmal Force can be okay. Darkness is always nice. Flock of Familiars can be useful. Hold Person, also a really nice spell. I'm going to go Darkness here, and then for our Pact Boon, we're going to go with Pact of the Chain, because this gives us the ability to summon in Andrus the Devil Dog, and it can summon in more allies as well. Pact of the Blade is nice because with this subclass, you apply Bone Chill whenever you attack with a weapon, so that can be pretty good too. We're going to go ahead here with level 4, taking another cantrip, and we're going to go with really anything that you like. Poison Spray. I'm going to take the Booming Blade though, since we do have the mod that has that in it. And then for our next leveled spell, we'll take Hold Person. And for our feat, we're going to go with an ability score improvement to take up our Charisma to 18. Now, there's a lot of different options there we can go with for our for what we can go with in terms of feats. Like Alert is another good choice. But at level 5, we get our Andrus the Devil Dog gets increased movement speed, which is really nice. We can also do 8 minion little crawling claws from beasts. And then we have Animate Dead, which we can cast at will. We also get a spell, Spirit Guardians, which is incredible. I would recommend always taking that because it's just so useful. And then for our Eldritch Invocation, I said level 5, best thing to go with is Devil's Sight there. So we're going to go with that. Now at level 6, we do get some more subclass features here with the Improved Soul Harvest and Holy Vigor, which makes us resistant to necrotic damage. And imbuing our weapons with necrotic armaments makes you immune to necrotic damage for a short period of time, which is really nice. We'll also take our Hunger of Hadar here, so we can go with that. Spirit Guardians is probably the better concentration if you want to get up close and run around. And we get another spell slot here, which Counterspell can be okay, but we don't have many spell slots to use it on, so I'd avoid using that. Fear can be sometimes nice to make targets drop their weapons. Again, if you got the 5e spells mod, there's a bunch of other spell choices. Misty Step's nice, but I don't like using spell slots for it. Phantasmal Killer can be good for psychic damage, and that is, I guess, one option that we can go with. And for our Eldritch Invocations, now Dreadful Word for Confusion is really nice at this level. However, if we do have the Eldritch Invocation expanded mod on console, it's not out yet, but it could be coming. I would recommend just going with the Confusion spell there, but Eldritch Spear will double our Eldritch Blast range, which is super useful. And then we also have like the Lance of Lethargy, which gives a -3 to movement speed on our Eldritch Blasts, so we can slow people down. There's a lot of really good spells here that I think work really well. Eldritch Smite can expend spell slots to do 1d8 of force damage per spell slot expended, which is huge. We get our Unholy Pacts improved here, which gives a +1 to our attack rolls if we have Pact of the Blade. But this gives the Battle Buddies Forever to Andrus the Devil Dog, so you can summon Ghost Dogs to help out in combat as well, which is actually really nice. We'll take Thunderstep here, but again, you can go with like Invisibility, Misty Step, other spells prior to this. We'll take our Charisma up to 20 here for better spell casting. And at level 9, we do get our get another spell slot here at level 5. Hold Monster being probably the best choice, but Cloud Kill is also actually really good. So we'll take this because you can use this and it won't affect your summons, which is huge. And then we'll also take Minions of Chaos because who doesn't want any more summons? We can get ourselves like a Fire or Water Elemental. At level 10, we get our Giant Skeleton summon, which is massive. We also get Greater Soul Harvest, which can give a +1 to our armor class with Shield of Souls. And then we also get our the Giant Skeleton and a Shroud Eternus Vitae. So wield a Vampiric Shroud that saps the vitality near creatures, which does 1-6 necrotic and heals you for 1-6. This lasts until long rest, and it'll cause enemies to bleed as well. So that's really nice. You want to drop that down whenever possible. And for our next leveled spell, really go with whatever you please there. And we'll take our Hold Monster, because that's just super useful to have, just for crowd control purposes and extra damage. Now we get some extra Mystic Arcanum, so we're going to take Circle of Death, and Necrotic 8d6 is really useful. We're also going to take another level spell here, so Counterspell can be okay. Now, I don't recommend taking it too much, but at level 11 we do get another Warlock spell slot. And then we also get the Spectral Horror summon, which is super useful to take, so we'll go with that there. At level 10, we get another spell slot. Now, I have the 5e spells mod, which gives us negative energy flood, which does a huge amount of damage, 5d12 necrotic, but it also raises enemies as a zombie if we take them out. So if you don't have that, go with one of the previous spells that you got here for the Warlock. Again, not everyone's going to have these if you don't have the spell mod. I just want to make that clear because I get a lot of comments about that. But yeah, that's why I got extra choices. Life Drinker is nice because attacks me with your packed weapon, deal additional damage equal to your charisma modifier. However, we didn't pick Pact of the Blade, so that doesn't actually help us. So we can go with one of the previous options, your choice there, but we can even go with like improved packed weapon, which will give us a +1 enhancement to our weapon. Eldritch Smite, if you have these mods, you could go with it. Even like something like once per turn when you hit a creature's Eldritch Blast, you can pull a creature in a straight line towards you 3 meters, or Lance of Lethargy, which reduces their movement speed. And then we'll get another feat here, which Alert for +5 initiative, can't be surprised, is really, really useful. At level 13, we get ourselves a Binder Souls, increasing our amount of minion points to 4. We get another Mystic Arcanum. If you have the 5e or Mr. spells, Conjure Fey works really well here. Or Psychic Crush. Again, if you don't, even Eye Bite and Flesh Stone or Crimson Leech works really well. And then we get another spell slot choice, so we won't be using a lot of these. We already got basically what we want to cover in terms of spell slots. Vampiric Touch can be okay if you want to regain health, if you get into a dicey situation. Now, level 5, we get the Profane, level 14, you get the Profane Intervention, so call upon the Undying Emperor to aid you in battle. A fearsome aspect of the Dread Overlord intervenes in your behalf, so we can summon in the Dread Overlord himself, the dragon, undead dragon. It's super useful. We also get another Mystic Arcanum, so we'll take Psychic Crush, free cast, we don't mind that. Flock of Familiars can be okay, and Eldritch Invocations we can go with. Again, it's up to you. We got so many options here, so it's really your choice. Yeah, there's many options, especially if you get, there's some other mods that add even more of these, so just depends what you want in terms of Eldritch Invocation, but yeah, we get a lot of them. Next, we can take another ability score improve if we want to take our dexterity up higher. You could also go with one of the other weapon choices, so like Savage Attacker, Ritual Caster, or something like that. We got lots of great options. Dexterity is nice for increased initiative, and armor class. Now we also get another Warlock spell slot level 17 and another Mystic Arcana, which is super useful. Flesh of Stone or Eye Bite can be good. These do require concentration, so just be mindful of that. Arcane Gate can be fun as well, but not really super useful. I'll take Spirit Shroud, I guess. We're already using up all the spells that we want, so at level 18 we get another Eldritch Invocation, so yeah, I guess Cloak of Flies can be good, giving ourselves a little extra damage. Relentless Hex gives us a Hex as a bonus action, creates a temporary bond between you and your target, and you magically teleport to them. Yeah, there's a lot of different options here, so this gives us our packed weapon and improved pack weapon. These are, again, modded extra choices, but even something like the Confusion spell can be pretty useful. So we'll go with that there. Again, we run out of spell slots that we need. Like, the spells here just kind of take whatever at this point. And then for our feet, you may as well take up our dexterity or constitution a little bit higher. So that, we got a lot of spells here. And at level 20, we have the Eldritch Master. While not in combat, you can draw on the inner reserve of mystical power when entreating your patron and regain all your expended spell slots. Once you regain spell slots, you can't do this until long rest. So, super useful. And then you can make, you get minion points of maximum 10. You can create 12 Crawling Claws or 24 from beasts. So, yeah, really nice. Now, what this looks like in terms of combat, we got lots of choices here. So, basically for... I like to use the sickles that you get. Uses your spellcasting modifier for attack rolls, but you can also change that out for whatever you want. We'll go with our Amulet of Greater Health, and then I also like the Crypt Lord Ring because we can do double mummies with this. So create undead, and then we also have it ourselves. So lots of summons is the way to get the most summons. I'm using a modded armor mod here, but we can alternatively also add in really whatever you find works best for in terms of armor. Like the Helldusk armor is honestly probably the best choice because this is it's armor that you get free proficiency in, and it can go up to take our armor class up to 24, and then we can add in a shield here to give us 27 armor class. So that's probably I've never used it in builds before, but that's one that you can use. And then we can also go with the Hood of the Weave since we're a spellcaster, and yeah, that works pretty good there. So yeah, we can get out into combat here and show off what this is going to look like because it's very effective in combat. Yeah, because we can summon a lot of different summons in. So we'll go out there and we'll just leave camp. I'll bring in the dragon as well just to show what that looks like because it can be pretty dicey too. And yeah, I guess we have to do a long rest before we can have to, because I use that in respect. So we'll just do our long rest here. So I summon in our summons here. We got an Air Elemental, we got Scratch, we got us, and then I summon in the Greater Redcap from the Conjure Fae. We also have an option for a Dust Hag. So that's another creature that we can summon in to help us out. And yeah, our concentration of choice is probably going with Spirit Guardians because that's just going to give us an extra amount of damage. And depending on the fight, necrotic damage is going to be a good choice here. We got 4 spell slots, so we'll go with that there. And let's get into a combat encounter here. So necrotic damage being our bread and butter. I lost my action since I walked into combat there, so that's unfortunate. We'll just use our necrotic armaments here, and we'll just end our turn, I guess. And I'll leave everyone else out of this combat and bring in our summons. Now, we don't really have much in terms of summons just yet, because we just had to wait for our... We just gotta damage people, basically. I won't bring Scratch into the mix of things either. This is a different Scratch mod that lets us level Scratch up, so that's pretty cool. And we got our Fae here, so it's pretty funny. We can also dash with him to get him into combat a little quicker. So, yeah, show off what this looks like. Honestly, Circle of Death is probably our best damage option as far as it goes there. We'll just wait for them to run in. So we do got a lot of options, and we don't really get rolling until we start taking enemies out and summoning in from their bodies. So yeah, we'll just get into a fight here, and they might run into my... Nope, they didn't. We'll just move a step forward. Oh, geez, she was not that strong. So yeah, that's one down. And then we can drop our negative energy flood. I don't have enough movement to be able to do that, unfortunately. Circle of Death. Just shy of hitting her, so I guess we won't drop that one either. We can go with a Cloud Kill. Oh, I already have a concentration up, so that sucks. Yeah, I guess maybe nah, out of sight. Psychic Crush, not enough movement. I don't want to use a Misty Step because that would be kind of annoying. But we don't got much. We don't got much option in terms of damage spells, so not close enough. Of course not. Eldritch Blast, path interrupted. Might be able to hit her though. Yeah, we can hit her with a Eldritch Blast. So, boom, knocked her around. It pushes and pulls her. It's kind of funny. And then we can also summon in. Oh, we could have summoned a zombie, I guess, with that turn, but we'll just end our turn there. Let everyone just chill up back here. We'll get our air elemental up to kind of be a buffer for us. Us making his way in. Scratch, good as boy. We'll just run back to play with everyone. And then we can get our Fae in there as well. And get a little extra movement speed. Boom. He's going to go probably for me. That's typically how... Oh, went for air elemental. Cool. And he stays out of the damage. He's going to cast darkness. And blinded. Yeah, that's fine. I have Devil's Sight, so I'm not even worried. That is the beauty of the Warlock, is you don't get screwed over by darkness. It's actually fine. You probably prefer being in darkness anyways. So we can go ahead here with, I guess, blasting the Circle of Death. It'll probably hit everyone there. It's fine. I'm not too worried. Yeah, we turned everyone into zombies. So when we take someone out with a attack like that, we do get zombies raised from them. But we can even, like, take their zombies back. So we can use this to reclaim the undead, giving ourselves a minion point, which is kind of funny. So we get ourselves, you can see our minion point counter. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And we can use attacks here. Primordial. Oh, that's going to hit me. That's fine. I saved. Cool. And then we'll get us into the fray of things. Scratch will just stay behind. Our thing can do a multi-attack here. I love these, the Greater Fae. It's not as good as like the Spirit, or the... if you're a Cleric, you do get an option for the, I guess, a better choice of it. Oh, the zombies will go there. But the Cleric gets the Planar Ally spell, which is super useful. And he's just going to attack them. Our zombies are doing some good for us. And we can always just reclaim zombies whenever we want. So you can't control them, but yeah, that's from using any necrotic spells, like Circle of Death. So super useful. Then we can go ahead here and regain some health. I have 223 health, so that's not even a worry. I might just Eldritch Blast it out. But we can, I guess we could also drop like a Cloud Kill. That's a concentration, unfortunately. The Shroud here. Yeah, we got a lot of cool options that we could go with, but sometimes as a Warlock, it's just best to go with Eldritch Blast. Oh, he's blocking it. Cool. So we'll move over this way. And that took him out. Alright, that was fine. And we'll blast him. That should be enough. Boom. And then what we'll do is we'll summon in our bad guys. So the Spectral Horror. Unfortunately, if you take someone out with a... oh, we got the Spectral Horror in. If you take someone out with a necrotic spell, it does turn their corpse into something like that, which you can't summon from. So that is a little unfortunate. And we lost some of the bodies here, so I guess we'll use this for a mummy. But I probably should have used... I guess we got some more bodies over here we can use. Yeah, his body's not capable of it. Some of these you can use like a... create undead on it. That can't be reanimated. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And then we'll use... I like a lot of these. Like, we got great choice, like the Skeleton Giant. This one's really fun, so we'll pull in this Giant Skeleton. Has Merkel's staff there, which is kind of cool. Sometimes you can reanimate those, but no, we can't. And you can also reanimate 2 per thing, so... We got our Spectral Horror there, which is super useful. The Spectral Horror can, like, lock people down in place, too, so it's pretty good. And we'll just go over into the main part of the city, and I'll start a big encounter there, and just show off the prowess of this class. It's really strong, especially when you get into a big combat encounter. So, yeah, we'll go with the asterisk of the Dread Overlord here. So this is our skeleton zombie dragon. We'll summon him in right there. Might start combat, might not. Oh, it didn't. Good. So yeah, we just go into turn-based mode, and I guess with this we should probably go... I should have saved the Circle of Death for a big explosion here, because that would have made a ton of zombies. But we can even just go with like a Hunger of Hadar, Reclaim Undead. Shield of Souls. Crawling Claws, even for some extra zombies, is pretty fun. We can go ahead here, and this should hopefully give us another zombie. We'll get into a fight here. We'll just go attack. And yeah, we got all of our summons here. So Spectral Horror got the highest initiative. And unfortunately, the path to get to combat is not great. But got Fear of the Dark here, which can lock people in place. Summon Shadow Tendrils, which can also be pretty useful. Just summon that right there. And that can also grab someone, and it holds people in place there. We also get the Pull of the Dark, so we can grab someone and move them inwards. And that was a person, so I didn't even realize that. Oops. And then Fear of the Dark we can also apply to someone. So must be an immobile target. So we'll apply it to them. They're now frightened, so they're pretty useless. And then also with this, we can possess a creature. Possessed creatures will destroy the light around them. So yeah, we'll possess him with this, and they're now possessed. So yeah, this gets pretty crazy. And yeah, we'll end our turn there. My turn, I already went going, and then I'll just apply Necrotic Armaments, which will give us the ability to kind of avoid getting hit by necrotic damage spells. We have our dragon, which is going to wreck things for us. Yeah, so that healed itself, or hurt itself actually. Geez, it got hurt really bad. I don't know why that took a bunch of damage, but that happened, and we'll just let it go. I'm not going to use my team. It summoned in a bunch of zombies though, so that was pretty fun. They're all just going to we're going to hit really hard with volley. Yeah, volley on the zombies. That's fine. The nice thing about zombies is they take hits for you, and they actually will pull the enemies to start attacking with ranged attacks like that. So yeah, hopefully our dragon holds up pretty fair. It's got resistance to all damage types, so that's pretty nice. Our zombies are getting wrecked. I need to get them out of there. Scratch is good as boy. You can run back, Scratch. And then we got our mummy here, which cannot move because it's can we even jump? I guess we can jump our way over there. Mummy jump. And then we got blindness, I guess, dreadful glare, which could frighten a creature. So we'll frighten them. They're already possessed, but whatever. I don't really have anything else to use, so we'll go ahead around here and move with the mummy. They'll probably get attacked. We got our Fae here, so we'll use that to sprint and then just make its way in this way. And then it can also empower the red kappa, bathing its captain's blood, bleeding the target. I unfortunately can't reach the target. Oh, maybe we can. Invalid, that's fine. And they're going to shoot at us. Probably going to hit. I love the skeleton. Like the animations on the skeleton dragon, super cool with all the skulls sucking their way up into it. Super cool. But very powerful. And we'll just let everyone do their turns. They're just going to continue to attack with this. Basically, what you want to do is you want to start off your encounters. Oh, there we go. He took himself out, but he did a ton. I guess it hurts itself with his attacks. So yeah, that gets pretty strong. We'll just do a mass healing word and just heal everyone that we... I guess we can... you have to choose who we're healing with that. So we can do... I'll just heal up our team here, because we're getting blasted by everyone. And we don't want that to happen. So we'll just go ahead here and keep everyone alive. And that's good enough for me. Heal. Boom. It's cool you can heal summons, because in Divinity Original Sin 2 you can't. Us will make its way in. Us is goodest. Devour intellect. That's fine. We'll dash our way forwards. Even just to summon or draw aggro is nice. That's one of the best things about all the summons, is that they pull aggro for your team. So, oh, we pushed our zombie back, and they just waste turns on the enemy. So that's another thing that's really good. Mass cure wounds. That's fine. They got hit with our dragon breath. Our zombies are going to dash their way in. That's fine. Pulling more aggro. Oh, and they can attack too. 17 block. That's pretty good damage, not gonna lie. 14 damage. And yeah, we get a lot of zombies going, especially if you... any necrotic damage will summon in zombies, so you can get pretty crazy with the attacks, especially since the dragon itself brought in an attack too. I'll also use one of the other Warlock's spells that we do get that applies a Dark Shroud. So finally we get to move our giant skeleton. I guess we'll go to right there, and then we can go with our Grim Cleave. This hits an area which would attack our other enemies, so we'll just go with a main hand attack. It should take them out, and it also took out my team. That's fine. And then rushing attack, not enough movement. Gargantuan strike, not enough movement, of course. This is worth a shot. And throw. I guess we got javelins we can throw. And we can't throw. Path interrupted. And more zombies moving. So yeah, you're expect to see a lot of zombies on the battlefield, which is pretty crazy because they have a mind of their own. So you don't have to let you don't have to control them. They just do their thing. They'll attack enemies, mostly the closest to them. Their AI works pretty easily, but you can see here we have a ton of zombies right now, so they're all just picking up their turns. The Spectral Horror gets to go again, which can summon another Shadow Tendril there. Can also possess a creature, so we'll possess them, and that debuffs them. I guess that didn't work for some reason. There we go. It's got it debuffed, and then we'll summon in our Shadow Tendril there, which is good because that applies -2 to their initiative, so it slows them down a bit. And then we get to go finally. So, yeah, the Shroud de Aternus Vitae, wield a vampiric shroud that absorbs the vitality of nearby enemies. This would have been nice if we applied it to ourselves before combat started, but even so, we can drop a hold person on boom, 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 and boom. Pretty good. Hold person will just allow our zombies to critical them non-stop. So you want to do that as much as possible. If we had a bit more movement, we could use like a Mind Blast. Actually, we might be able to still Mind Blast. That might take out my zombies, but it's fine. Yeah, that took out some extra ones. They got -1. Dude, yeah, this is really strong. And you also got free cast too, which is pretty nice. Well, I'm not going to use my team. We'll just let them stay back. They got held person, Scratch the goodest boy. And yeah, our Fae now, we can run him in. There's not many things left to attack. We're clearing through them real quick, so yeah, we don't got enough movement speed for this one to move in. Our zombie isn't going to make its way in, but we can still frighten someone, which is kind of nice. So apply frighten on the whole person. That's fine. Just further debuffing them. We'll end our turn. And us can't even make it in that far, which is fine. Synaptic discharge here. A little extra 7 psychic damage. They're held and frightened, so give them a lower chance of saving. And then we're going to see a bunch of critical hits go off. Or, I guess that wasn't a critical hit. But, yeah. A little bit extra damage here because we got everyone held person. You can see all these zombies going. So the zombies may just finish this all off. It's pretty crazy. So we'll just skip past this. And now we got our giant zombie to go. And then we can just go ahead with a gargantuan strike here, which hits in a huge area. There's the critical hit. Nice. And then we can also knock them back. But yeah, we would have gotten another hit in there had we not accidentally missed with that. But all of our zombies are going to dash and get in there and start attacking. It's pretty crazy, the amount of zombies that we got. There's the criticals. 30, 30 plus, 31. Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, hold person plus a bunch of zombies is actually really useful because, yeah, you can critical hit nonstop. And they have a mind of their own, so... Pull of the Dark, that's a dead corpse. I think we've just about taken out every enemy here. I don't see anything else. I'll just swing this body around, I guess. Spectral Horror here. Yeah, there's pretty great. So, that is a showcase of this class. Very powerful, the Dread Overlord. Really strong. Yeah, I can't say enough how strong this class is. It's also really fun. You can solo the game with this, so I just want to show this off in full detail, the level 20 build. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.